over the world, running nasty girls.
What's up, IT? We are back with another video. This video is kind of special. It is pertaining to my BC fam. BC, you know. I am mainly focused towards my freshmen, incoming students or transfer students. This video will just ensure you have a smooth transition onto campus where you don't really have to worry about nothing. And also along the whole 4 years, you're there or 5, however long it takes you. This will ensure that you're good and set and you're not messing anything up, you're not falling behind or falling off track, because I have close friends that have not done these little steps that I have here, these simple steps, and no one has told them, so they don't know. And when time comes, when financial aid is messed up, or when credits aren't right, and when schedules are messed up, or a lot of things happen, and they don't know, by the time it catches up to them, it's too late. Like, financial aid saying they want money now, or if something has to happen now where you can't do anything, you have to suck it up and leave school, and that can be like a really disheartening thing. I can say personally I had one experience where I was almost like kissed my college career goodbye, but luckily I knew people. That's another big thing, but we can get into that later. But so right here in my journal, I took down a few bullet points that I feel like are very vital to having a successful college years, a successful college career. I called a few friends, they approved of them too as well, so we're about to jump right into this. If you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. If you are a tiger, comment your class, go in the comments of the page, comment your class, and tell me one thing you're ready for when you get to campus. Like, what's like, you ready for homecoming, you ready for football games, you ready to see the calf, are you ready to see your dorm? Like, let me know. First things first, the first bullet point, little money girl, financial aid. Financial aid is, it can be your best friend, or she can be your worst enemy. Nothing can irritate you like financial aid. I kid you not. Like the frustration financial aid brings, the frustration financial aid can bring is just like, whoa. And I'm about to take a little steps, you know, to make it easier where you're not stressing that bad for like financial aid always gonna stress you. But for the most part, if you listen to me, what I'm about to tell you with these few steps. You know, first things first, you always want to check your financial aid, and I mean constantly, consistently on it. Like, I don't care if they're going to mail you a financial aid packet in the mail, a letter that tells you what the scholarship you got or whatever funds you received. I don't care what that letter says. Even that letter, you're going to log into your Tiger portal, and I'll try to screen record a little video on my laptop or something to show you guys. But you're going to log on your Tiger portal and you're going to check that, only because those numbers can change. You never know. People's names get mixed up. Things happen in the system. There's tons of kids incoming to the school all the time. So with that being said, it's their job to do it, but it's also your job as a student to keep up with your own work, because there's so much things that have to be done on their end. So it's a nice gesture to do, but it also helps you in the long run. So essentially it's just for you. So with that being said, contacting financial aid. I do not recommend you call financial aid. I know you may want the, the reassurance of hearing it from somebody's voice, but you probably won't get through. Financial aid will not answer. You know how many kids are calling financial aid every day? Damn near the whole school. So with that being said, you really will do your best. The fastest way to get a reply, any questions answered, anything really fixed or resolved, you're gonna have to email them. The email is the most effective thing at Benedict there is possible, unless you have someone's personal phone number, and it's very rare you're gonna get that. Professors, staff, everyone usually has the emails on their phone. They're always by a laptop. They're like always checking their email. For example, if you email and you don't get a response, and I know this can happen a lot sometimes because inboxes they flood our inboxes. Like them student emails, oh my God. But they flood our student like emails. So I can just only imagine what the teachers and staffs look like if they have to allow emails from any and everybody. Like, it's hard to keep up with, but they try their best. So if you don't get that response, and a second effective way is CCing someone. A lot of people don't know this, but CCing someone is basically like putting insurance on your email. So say like if you're sending, we're gonna just say, let's say the lady in financial aid name is Tisha, and her boss name is Mr. Rogers. You will email Tisha, right? But you will CC Mr. Rogers, so the email will go to both of them. And when Mr. Rogers sees the email, he also can see if she responded or not. And if she doesn't respond, he's going to be curious as to why she's not doing her job, assisting and trying to assist you as much as she can resolve that problem. Now, in some cases it's different, but for the most part, it gets resolved if you CC somebody. And that's with anything. I mean, that's in life, that's jobs, careers, anything. You CC the right person, you're gonna get everything answered. So that's one of the cheat codes I had found out, my freshman year that really helped me. Now the next thing we're gonna move to is like having a balance in the payment plans. So Benedict College is like paired with I wanna say it's called Harrington Bank. Basically they provide payment plans for the students. But with the payment plans, you only have a payment plan for so long, and you always have to put down a certain amount on your payment plan on the start date of it. So I'll use my story for an example. When I first arrived at Benedict College, we had to register in the Swinton Center. You guys don't have to do that no more because you guys have registration online on the Tiger portal, benedict.edu. That's where it's located. But we had to do it in the ballroom of the Swinton Center. So there would be like stations, there would be like health papers, financial aid, housing. You would get in line. There was a lot of chairs. It was just a long, extra long line. And oh my God, I'll never forget the line. We was in line for hours. You finally get up to the station. It's a financial aid. I got checked off for everything. Like, everything was clear for me. I get the financial aid. They said I had a balance of $1,000. I'm sitting there with the stuck on stupid face because apparently one of my third-party scholarships had yet to send the scholarship, in which I found later on they were giving me like a hard check to me, which was I wish they would have told me that. Yeah. So when I got there, they're like, you need $1,000. I'm like, who had $1,000? Not this low income student. No, man, I'm taking a half. I'm looking like, please stop playing with me. Yeah, I was so scared. Like, I kid y'all now, like my anxiety went through the roof that day. I was shaking the entire day simply because I felt like my education was about to be jeopardized. Like, I just thought it was done. I couldn't take the thought of me not being able to go to college at Benedict College. I just didn't know, like, and that scared me so much. Basically, when I got to the financial aid table, they were like, okay, so you either have to pay that $1,000 today or you can start a payment plan. What I didn't know, with every payment plan, they add interest. So my $1,000 turned into $1,500, $1,500. And I was just like, wow. It took me up until like my sophomore year to really realize what happened. So I'm so glad I'm able to like tell y'all, but them payment plans have a nice amount of interest. And they want you to put down a nice amount when you ask for the payment plan. So you had to go online, instead of the payment plan, you had to show them that you had the payment plan and that you put down your first payment in order to get cleared through financial aid. And I didn't put down my down payment simply because I knew people and I was apart with but simply because of the people I knew, I was lucky and fortunate enough to be able to be processed through with them trusting that I'll have my money. Now, yeah, but back to that payment plan. That payment plan is no joke. They, if your balance is too high, you don't get as much time to pay your payment plan off. Yeah, be very careful with those payment plans. I would say just constantly check your financial aid and get you some scholarships. Flat out, get you some scholarships. It ain't gonna work. If you got the GPA, the SAT to get a full ride, baby, you better get to working and do you some essays and scholarships because you're gonna be doing scholarships all 4 years. I am a junior in high school.
This is so humiliating.
In high school now, and I am still doing scholarship essays. Oh, they're not all that irritating. They just get a little irritating when you procrastinate them. But yeah, you gotta have that money. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, don't come to school if you don't have the money. If it's not paid for, don't leave. The week before even leaving, keep checking that. Keep calling financial aid. Like, call them and make them say yes, you are secure, you are good to go. Get them to say it on file and email. And that's another thing. You need to document everything. And as far as financial aid, especially, but anything in college and life. Like anything serious, like they need to document. But financial aid you need to have a time and a day for everything. You need to have a time and day for an email, a time and day for that call you did. All of that backs you up and shows them that you were doing everything on your end and you were trying the best to resolve whatever issue you had. So when it comes down to it, you're not in fault. And they try to work with you. They have to meet you in the middle with a compromise. Like, wow, okay, I see you did all this. You have this. You're showing us that you reached out. Blah, 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 X, Y, and Z. So make sure you document everything. So the next bullet point outside of financial aid is gonna be your housing, where you're gonna stay. Now, there's issues that can come up with housing where you get into the building, your name is not on the list, your roommate switches on you last minute, there's a lot of frustration, you get moved into the wrong room, and they will make you move everything you just set up, they will make you take it right back out and move. Like, you really need to make sure you're squared away with your living space as well. And I can say Benedict is at a turning point with the LGBTQ+ community. And with that being said, they are open arms to transgender students. So if you're a transgender student or a student who needs special housing requirements, or et cetera, you need to let them know in advance. You need to situate that before you get there, because if you get there and they have you set in a certain place and you get there switching up everything and trying to make them move you last minute, and it's so chaotic. It's so chaotic. I've seen it happen millions of times. I know some horrible things. Some stuff has happened where you're just like, wow, and it's simply because nobody was communicating. Communication is the key. So you really just have to make sure you're on the same page, like constantly, you know? Also for freshmen, only freshman dorms, your first year, I'll tell you why too, but your first year you cannot have a refrigerator. No refrigerators unless you're an RA. You can't be an RA until a second semester freshman or a sophomore. And a second semester freshman up, you can't have, or you have to have a health note. A note from your doctor that says you need this refrigerator for this, that, and that, and you have to get that health note approved by the school. So just because your doctor says you need it, if the school feels like that note wasn't enough or wasn't valid enough, they would tell you no, and they would tell you no like in the quickness. So the reasoning behind us not being able to have refrigerators in the freshman dorms are pretty old, and they don't generate not enough electricity to power everybody to have a refrigerator. It will cause power outages, and it will cause the sockets and stuff, the electricity, or like too much electricity being used at once, being pulled, you know, type thing. And I know when you heard that, you literally was just like, what? How am I gonna survive? How am I gonna eat? I promise you, I'm telling you from a person that I did freshman year, I was eating every night. You make it work. All the dorms provide a refrigerator. Some provide a refrigerator in the lounge, as well as a microwave. If they don't have one in the lounge, usually they have one in the office, or your RA, your dorm director will have one, or your RA on your floor will have one. And usually they'll let you put it in there. I'm an RA, I'll let you put my food in there as long as you don't do too much and stuff like that, and it don't stink, etc., etc. I'm cool, I'll let you come put your stuff in my refrigerator. So if you stay in Jenkins and you stay on my floor, you can have a good time. But anyway, I know that kind of sucks to hear, but no refrigerator the freshman year. As far as bringing extra expensive things into your dorm, I wouldn't recommend it. I did have some expensive things in my dorm, or if you do it, when you move in, here's a tip: don't show everybody everything you got. Put it up. It doesn't necessarily, you don't make yourself a target, you know, type thing. And I say that because Benedict will only cover so much stuff, and you have to like pay for insurance. You have to sign up for renter's insurance basically in order for them to give you anything, any compensation for anything you lost, or if you were to be like robbed or anything, somebody broke in your dorm or something like that. So make sure, if you want that insurance, make sure you sign those papers. You will be offered them. Every RA, every dorm director will offer you them papers. Classes and your scheduling. This is some of the most stressful. This is like creating classes when you have to create your schedule. That's like one of the most stressful times for everybody, because Benedict is growing every day. More students are becoming interested in Benedict classes. There's only so many classes and so many students that can go into the class, especially after just leaving pandemic, Panorama girl, only so many people can fit in the class. And once that class is filled up, if there's no more available, you just have to wait till next semester to take it. And that is the issue the president is currently working on. But as a safety precaution, you just need to be up and on it as early as possible. When your advisor makes your schedule, because your freshman year you usually take general classes. So with that being said, you don't really need to fight over classes necessarily, because the generals everybody done been through, or the upperclassmen has been through. So just when you get your schedule, I will say cross-reference it with your course outline. Every major has a course outline, and that shows you each semester. It shows you the first semester and the second semester which you should be taking. And a lot of people don't know this. And I'll try to screen record on my computer how you access it and how you find it and download it. And I for sure will link a PDF for the mass comm students, or I'll just try to find like an overall PDF or a link that I can link down below, so you guys can like go see your course online, what classes you have to take for all your years and what credits you need, etc., etc. Because a lot of people, and I mean a lot, it happened to me too. Benedict will put you a schedule together, and you will take those classes, and you will go for next semester, and they will say, why didn't you take all these classes? You're supposed to take this semester and that semester, and you'd be so confused because you thought Benedict was just on top of it. And Benedict is on top of it. However, once again, this is your education just as much as it is them providing you one. So you have to care just as much as them. You have to care like a little 10% more than them, because it's your stuff. It's your bachelor's degree at the end of the day. Like, you got to get it. So just make sure them classes are lining up with your course outline, and those are classes that you need to be taking, because they will really have you running in circles looking like beautiful, taking classes you didn't need to take. That's wasted money, and that is wasted time. And one thing you don't want to do in college is waste your money or waste your time. Okay, so yeah, I should have said this up with the financial aid, but I wrote my bullet points in a certain order. But this is the big thing. Your scholarship requirements, please find out about your scholarship requirements. You can read them. They have them like with the scholarship, under the scholarship stuff. I'll link that down below too. That is located on benedict.edu under the scholarships tab. You have to have a certain GPA. You have to apply to 2 additional scholarships outside of your scholarship. And I believe every scholarship that Benedict gives out, they still make you apply to 2 additional scholarships. And the reasoning for that is, say for instance, if you get 2 of those scholarships, if you receive 2 extra like third-party scholarships, they're allowed to take some of the aid they gave you and give it to other students, and you're giving other students the chance to get the scholarship. That you do your own research and make sure, and don't take my word, make sure you've seen it with your own eyes. Alrighty, and that was pretty much it to the video. I have like 3 more little small things I feel like are very important and you should know your freshman year to carry you out throughout college. Being nasty gets you nowhere. Being feeling like being entitled, being mean, yelling, cussing, getting frustrated. Everybody is frustrated, I promise you. Everybody is. But yelling, cussing somebody out, being angry does not fix nothing. That don't get you no money, they don't get you nothing, nothing. The key to like getting everything that you want, or the key to getting the school to cooperate with you, be firm. Be firm. It's okay to have a little attitude when you're mad, do it the correct way. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. So be firm and be consistent. All those 2 things right there, I guarantee you will ensure you flat out success. If you're firm and consistent and they see you doing everything you need to do, stay on top of your stuff on your end, do everything you can in your power to fix any issues or anything you have going on, and they will help you. They have no choice kind of. So that's one thing. And another thing, try getting in touch with your roommate before you move on campus, because let me tell you something that happened to me. This boy still goes to the school. I don't talk to him, nothing like that. I just was gagged. So the day the list of roommates came out, my friend Xavier, he had picked his roommate. They had already been talking. I don't know who mine is. They did a random pick for me. So I get this boy, we're just gonna call him Jay. His name started with J, that's all I'm gonna say. Jay, he was a football player. We're gonna call him Jay. So Jay was my roommate, and I had found him on Instagram. Everybody started finding each other through social media, and they started making group chats or whatnot. And when I found him, I just DM'd him and was like, what's up? I'm your roommate or whatnot, And he DM'd me back, and we was talking for a little bit. But I had asked him which day was he moving in, and he stopped answering me. Like, he just flat out stopped answering me. I DM'd him again, he didn't answer me. I'm like, I already know what's going on. I know he must have looked at my page and seen that I was gay and wanted to not be roommates with me no more. So I get to the school, and at first I didn't know he left. I get to the school and I find my room, and I go to my room. Oh my God, y'all's the lizard right here. What the fuck? Look. Oh my God. Oh my God. So I get to the front desk. I'm like, yeah, I'm room 318. We had 318 or 316, one of them. I'm like, yeah, they give me my key. I go upstairs and I walk in my room and I see Tay, the roommate. If you have me on social media, my Instagram, Khari_famous, my Snapchat is _Khari, you have seen my roommate. And I'm like, you're not my roommate. I'm like, I seen pictures of my roommate. He like, yeah, this is my room. I'm like, okay. I didn't say that out loud, but in my head I'm thinking that. I'm like, downstairs and was like, is y'all sure that's my roommate? When I was like, y'all sure? And I was like, yeah, that's the room. I said, I ain't no question, I'm cool. But then it hit me like, he really changed room because I was gay. But then, not that I'm jumping to conclusions, I'm saying that because I know I received, he was a football player, and my second room, Tay was he was a football player as well. And I guess they were talking about it in the locker room or whatnot, and he found out through that way. And kudos to him, Tay was one of the realest roommates I ever had. He wasn't gay, he was straight, but he was raw, he was real, he was a real brother. Because he would take up for me, and he'd be like, chill out. And last but not least, find you one upperclassman to ask questions to. I know I'm always here for y'all, but y'all are open to go find someone and ask them questions. Because I'm not saying you gotta befriend them, but I'm saying you just need somebody, because this is just a brand new process. This is something new. You don't know everything. You don't know the tricks, the tips, everything that you could run into. Upperclassmen are probably ran into and can help you and can give you the cheat code to dang near anything. Like anything. Like this whole video is a cheat code, low key, because you can't go wrong if you do everything on here, no shade. That's it. That is all. To all my BC 2024 class, I cannot wait to see you guys on campus. I will be an RA next semester. So with that being said, I cannot wait to see you guys on my floor in my building. I'm a really cool RA. I can't wait to get to know y'all. Come to college with an open mind and just ready to try new things. Come to school. Don't come to school trying to be the old you or sticking to your old ways. This is new. This is a brand new. This is the fresh start for you. Allow yourself to grow. Allow yourself to be comfortable with the uncomfortable, and that's it. And that's all I can say today. And yeah, let's pick up this semester because maybe this semester about to be real hot. And I will catch you guys on the flip side. Thank you guys for watching. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Don't forget to comment. Peace.